back to Benny's Take. I'm your girl Benny, and today I'm super duper excited to be sharing with you this easy black eyed pea recipe that you should try out for just one of those days where you're not feeling like doing the most. Okay, it has a lot of protein, a lot of fiber, and all of the good things that you do need. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload, and also make sure that you're following me on all these other platforms because your girl is active and I be having a lot of fun on all those other platforms. So definitely check me out there, and I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. So please, I appreciate you hitting that subscribe, showing me love, and all of those things. So let me not talk too much. Let me take you out to the recipe. First things first, these are the black eyed peas that I'm using, and I washed the entire bag. I usually get this from Stop and Shop. It's just like a standard black eyed pea. I believe it was like $2 and some change. I've washed it and I've put it into a pot. So that entire container into a pot with water to literally submerge it fully. Right in here, I've added a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, half a tablespoon of oregano, half a tablespoon of cumin, half a tablespoon of garlic and herbs. I've also added half a tablespoon of crayfish. Now, if you don't know what crayfish is, go ahead and go to the African market. They will definitely give you some. If you're African, you already know, but if you're not, definitely go to an African market and just like ask for crayfish. So our stove is on high right now, and we're just gonna go ahead and add the seasoning and mix it well. It seems like a lot, but I promise you it's all gonna add all of the flavor that you do need. I am also gonna go in with a little bit of rosemary. Rosemary is a little strong, so I don't like putting too much. This much is right about enough. I'm also gonna go in with a little bit of salt. Nothing crazy, I'm just gonna put a little bit. And we're also gonna go ahead and add a little bit of black pepper. Nothing too wild. And I'm also gonna go ahead and add one Maggi. This is a vegetable Maggi. I'm just gonna take it off and add that one as well. Now this part is optional, but just because I want that broth, that meaty type kind of broth vibe, I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 pieces of cow feet. If you do not like cow feet, by all means keep that part. Feel free to always just go ahead and buy regular broth, but I love the flavor that cow feet just like brings a certain level of broth that I really enjoy. So we're gonna just do that, mix it all up and let it boil. And before I forget, you're also gonna add 2 of these peppers just for a little bit of a heat. Now, if you know you're somebody that cannot handle that, go ahead and skip this part. While the beans are actually, boiling right now, we're gonna go ahead and blend 3 fresh tomatoes. Just gonna remove these parts right here. Gonna throw all of them in the blender. We're also gonna go ahead and chop a whole white onion. Chop it however way you want to, but I don't want to see, personally, I do not like to see really big chunks of onions. And especially when you have those picky eaters, it's very helpful to just like almost like hide them a little bit if you chop them really small, Our beans have now been boiling. It should look something like this. This is that 23 minutes or so mark, and I've gone ahead and reduced the heat to almost like a 3. I don't know if you guys can see that. That way it can actually cook. Please do not skip this part, because if you do, then your beans are gonna be boiling but they will not soften. So you really want to let them cook down at this point. So it's been boiling now for 43 minutes or so, and it's getting softer. So while that's happening, we're gonna go ahead into our pan and we're gonna drizzle a generous amount of olive oil. And are you really cooking if you don't have music in the background, like, are you even cooking? I secured myself some Beyonce tickets and I cannot wait. So I'm making sure that I know all my lyrics and everything. Like, it's getting softer. You can tell it's getting softer because it begins to break by itself. So we know it's getting really, really close. We are also gonna need this tomato sauce. If you have tomato paste, that works as well. I just prefer tomato sauce because it tends to not be as messy. Once the oil has heated, we're gonna go ahead and add those onions. We are also gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of fresh minced garlic, just to add a little layer. The beans have been boiling for at least 49 minutes altogether, and at this point we're gonna go ahead and just turn it off. I'm gonna go ahead and add the whole thing of tomato sauce. Add those fresh tomatoes, and we're also gonna go ahead and add this much jerk seasoning. Not too much, we just want a little bit to give it that extra flavor. And we're gonna go ahead and get to mixing it all and let it cook. We're gonna go ahead and just like take something that was strained and just remove the actual beans and put it into a bowl. Do not throw all that broth, all that stew, because it will come in handy. Oh, the steam. It will definitely come in handy when it comes time to be adding all those layers of flavor, all those layers of just like deliciousness. So now the reason why you don't throw this part out, because we're just gonna go ahead and take this and just like add it. We're not seasoning that sauce with much. We're just gonna add this, which already has all the seasoning that we did from earlier. We literally have to keep stirring and covering, which is why you see like the water from here, because I do not have a cover for this. I gotta go on Amazon and find something. So that's what's happening. This is what you want it to look like, and now you're gonna go ahead and add the beans. Not wasting any flavor, you're gonna add the remaining ones with some of the beans that stayed in there, and you're gonna keep mixing, kind of getting all of those flavors in there. At this point, go ahead and let it simmer on low, because you don't want it to burn, you don't want it to go too fast. You just want all the juices to become one. We're talking about unity, okay? Unity in flavor, unity in all of the vibes. Yeah, it's looking done. As you can see, the consistency is very much rich. There isn't any like stew or anything like that. It's very, you know, just creamy and delicious. Now you can serve these two ways. You can either do rice, or you can even use like, you know, naan bread. Definitely gives you options. This is a ton of protein, a ton of fiber. Definitely a meal you should be adding to your kit. And voila, all done. And because I'm convinced that I'm really bougie, of course we had to throw some dry parsley because, you know, I'm a chef or whatever. Already there you have it. The black eyed peas were amazing. It was easy to make. I definitely enjoyed it. If you do make it, definitely go ahead and tag me on all these other platforms and like, comment, share with a friend, and do all of those things, because your girl is on her way. Your girl is on her way to 1,000 subscribers, and I really, really appreciate you joining me on this journey. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, Z's. Life is great, life feels good, life feels great.